Hey everybody, welcome back to the Huntress run that I am recording right now. Last session we got some pretty good artifacts on the first two floors already, so we're pretty happy with that. We actually did already do our shopping for the run, so I thought it was a more complete thought to do the shopping at the same time as I was thinking about which bag I wanted to rearrange for. So I felt like that made sense to do in that order. So we got a Wand of Warding here. Normally I don't think the Wand of Warding is that great, but specifically on Huntress, I think it has a little bit more utility than the other classes get out of it. Simply because you benefit more as the Huntress from knowing when enemies are around the corner and you want to like set up to engage them at a favorable distance for you. So this lets you prevent yourself from getting ambushed, which is pretty nice as well. Especially while we've got something like this where we're going to be standing still fishing for a while. It's actually really convenient that we've got a chilling trap right there too, so we can immediately turn all of this raw meat into frozen carpaccio, which I think it's the best thing to be doing with your raw meat. Always freeze your meat, kids. Don't clip that. I shouldn't have said that. Oh well. Let's collect our rewards now, and I'm actually going to... Ooh, we got an enchantment stone. That's pretty good. Where is my ration of food? We'll go ahead and eat that. Pick up the enchantment stone. And we are going to use that immediately because we're never getting rid of the spirit bow. Ooh, and we got vampiric on the spirit bow. Not, I honestly, like, even though vampiric is technically a legendary, or it's the highest tier of enchants, I actually don't think it's that great on the spirit bow specifically. Just because you're not taking damage most of the time when you're using the spirit bow anyway, I think it's better to have a damage enchant on the or a damage affix on the spirit bow. But you know, it can never be bad to get healing from a distance. You know, maybe I can look at it like it allows me to get more benefit out of the safe fights. Alright, so we got 9 frozen carpaccio now, which is pretty sweet. It is kind of it's kind of a bummer when the holiday foods are added, because it seems like the holiday foods replace pasties and they prevent you from making the whatever the crafted food is that uses a meat, a ration, and a pasty. It's kind of a bummer that we don't have access to those, because that's a lot of health regen. And I really like a lot of health regen, especially since I don't have armor right now. But we'll make do. We're not that punished by it. What was I? Oh, whatever. Let's move on. Green potion is invisibility. That's one of the perks, by the way, of doing the thing I did early game with a bunch of divination scrolls, is that a lot of times you just find potions that are already identified. So, and it not only does that identify the potion that I just found, obviously, but it can also identify other potions. Like if there's a trap room or something, but you already know what one of the potions is. Oh, this is not ideal for me. We're gonna go ahead and drink the dewdrops here. Gonna do that, and then we're gonna try this cleansing dart. We're gonna see how that works. And actually, before we do that, so normally you always want to get rejuvenating steps first. I think this is the best Huntress talent on tier 2, but very specifically, since I'm about to throw a dart that's tipped, I'm actually going to go ahead. My end game build includes 1 point in durable projectiles, so I may as well get it now to save an activation of my cleansing dart. Now this will allow me to throw 4 cleansing darts instead of just 2. So I think it's worth changing up my build a little bit. That didn't actually do anything, though. Why didn't that do anything? Did I misread the Cleansing Dart? Forget that they are attacking you, or... Okay, so it looks like he immediately remembered he was attacking me. Whatever, we'll just... Luckily, because he's projecting, we can just shoot him with the bow and avoid his death explosion, which is surprisingly nice for an enemy that's usually kind of a pain to kill, since projecting enemies do more damage, and skeletons do damage by getting into melee range with you. So that's a neat little anti-synergy between the skeleton and the projecting affix. But you still don't want to disrespect them; they'll still kill you. They're not much less dangerous. Okay. Because we have water here, by the way, you notice I'm just moving faster than the skeleton, often enough that I have ample opportunity to kite and shoot him. Flow enchant real good, is what we're going to say there. So I feel like there's probably a secret door around here-ish. Just because the levels usually form a loop in some way, shape, or form, and this looks like it's going down to a room that's probably about here. So we're going to look for some secret doors, and it's right there. And then this next one is... We're going to keep on flow kiting, actually, because we have a decent spot for flow kiting here. There we go. We might actually keep this this cloth armor of flow on for longer than we like. We might actually keep it on past the point that we get the strength potion, because that's actually pretty strong. Because we've done the seed before, I know there's a secret room there. That one was totally just, hey, I save scummed this run, so I know the layout a little bit. I don't know how you would identify that blind. But there it is. Anytime you get a library, by the way, like a library where you have either a 1 deep or a 1 wide strip of tile to stand on with a bookshelf, you always want to, if there are 2 rune stones on the side that you get, there's always going to be a hidden compartment with with an enchantment stone. So it's worth either throwing a bomb or a disintegration wand or a fire potion or something to obtain that stone of enchantment. Since stone of enchantments are pretty decent. Let's see, how much was our next... Our next activation of the chalice costs 53 HP, which is exactly what we... Oh, and we misclicked tabbing back in and ran really far. That's a bummer. Oh well. Oh, and why we're not flow kiting? We're taking damage from this guy instead of flow kiting. That's the real weakness of flow kiting, is that it takes a long time and it takes focus, and I don't pay attention well enough. I think we actually want to get away from the other skeleton. I don't know if we can effectively kite 2 enemies in that space. It is unfortunate that we might be spending a health potion here, but if we do, it is what it is. We'll live. Let's not. Let's just... Maybe we'll get a heal off some of this Carpaccio. And yeah, we actually did. That's pretty convenient. We got 2 heals off the Carpaccio. Now then, since we're full health again and we're not starving, we are going to actually go ahead and activate the Chalice of Blood. It'll do between 51 and 53 damage to us because of our armor. So let's see what we get. 52. Ouch. But we've got a healing potion, which we're going to drink immediately. It's technically inefficient to drink the healing potion there instead of allowing the regeneration to kick in, but at 2 HP, anything from out of line of sight can one-shot you, and I would rather just spend the consumable, I think, in most cases. It's pretty interesting that we've got 2 mimics in this room. Let's go ahead and drop an item here. We just saw this door open as well, by the way, so we know there's an enemy up here, or maybe there's an enemy that just ran into this room, but we're going to shoot down this hallway just in case. Yeah, and there is an enemy there. So See if we can get back to this water room. Yeah, we can. So we can kill this guy for free. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Alright, now let's get back to... Actually, we can probably do the same thing with the Mimic, too, come to think of it. And I think I might, because Mimics can hit really hard. You want to be real careful about letting Mimics attack you. It's not good for your health, especially with no armor on, or with just the cloth armor on, like I've got now. But if the Mimic can't hit you, and this is what's really strong about the Spirit Bow too, because like you just can't do this with other ranged weapons that you have to retrieve after shooting. So, real good to do with the Spirit Bow. And then just keep having these skeletons. In the interest of time, I'm going to let myself take just a little bit of damage here. Ugh. And finally, because I think that Mimic... Yeah, the Mimic is the last thing on the floor that we need to do. So, get in a position to shoot the Mimic. And now we've got him aggroed. Oh, a burning... That's terrible. Luckily, we have the scroll holder already, so our scrolls can't burn up because of this burning skeleton that spawned on us. It's a shame we're dragging the Mimic into the water, too. But, you gotta do what you gotta do. And the Mimic is actually escaping us, which isn't super ideal, but... sometimes you gotta deal with the burning skeleton that spawns on you for no reason. Feels bad, man. Alright, let's go see if, I don't remember if the Mimics just run circles or if they patrol back and forth. We're gonna try to chase down the Mimic, but if we don't find it before too long... Okay, I saw a door open over there. That's a thief. So we want to try to pay attention for where doors are opening and closing. We just saw that door open and close. Gonna wait a few ticks to see what comes through that door. We saw that this door open again. So again, we're gonna wait a few ticks. If you're looking for an enemy or you're just looking for something to do as Huntress, it's never bad to stand at the back of a big room like this where you have a lot of space to just sit and shoot at things. Alright, and there is our... that's probably low enough that it's going to die to a sneak attack, yeah. So we don't need to drag it all the way back to the water. Let's spend that talent point... pick up rejuvenating steps, just because of how good grass is on the Huntress and how good it is to learn how to use line of sighting and whatnot. And even like these doors that are burned down, we can regrow grass on the burnt remains of the door. So it's still pretty useful because that still breaks line of sight, and it's just good to be growing grass on the Huntress. That's always a thing you want to be doing. We're gonna eat that char-grilled meat to get it out of our inventory. Save an inventory slot. We've got the old wand maker here, and he wants the rotberry seed, which is always what you want to see on the Huntress. The rotberry seed is absolutely incredible if you're playing Warden. I know I'm going to be playing Sniper this run, so I'm just going to turn it in for the wand as soon as I get it, but let's see if we can shoot that skeleton a few times. Yeah, we can. Then we got some water here, so we should be able to make some distance. Yeah. Sweet. No damage on that kill. Take those. Ooh, don't like that. We might, this guy's gonna grab us if he can see us, but we should be able to hold the door open and, like, shoot him from here or something. And he will chain grab us, but then we'll just step back out of his range and kill him the rest of the way from here. And you absolutely want to do this to giant enemies. They will do a ton of damage to you if you don't cheese them. I guess we could technically leave him alone, but especially now that we've gotten the chain grab out, I think the prison guards can only use that chain once in their entire life. But no reason to leave him alive when we've got a free kill like we did there. Another scroll of upgrade. Got that. Kill more of these skeletons from downtown. Man, this flow glyph is just doing work for me. This is saving me a lot of hit points. Oh crap, we went too far and we missed the sneak attack, but that's okay because we missed and then grass spawned and we got another one immediately. It's kind of annoying. We're gonna shoot a ward so that'll wake him up. But we want to line of sight him now, and he should be coming through this door. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Have we found another remove curse scroll yet? Because I would really like to find another remove curse scroll. But it looks like we have not. Ooh. Give him one shot to let him know we're here. Take a little bit of damage, but it's not that bad. And he'll come through that door. Stab him with the dirk. And grab that key. Let's see. And we're only on one key right now. Let's go down there. Another hidden door to a place I can already get to. I'm getting real lucky on these enemies spawning on the doors opposite that I'm entering rooms from. So, real happy about that. Oh, this looks like it's... Yeah, this is the Rotberry room. It's not dangerous to enter the threatened zone of the Root Lashers, but it is dangerous to stay there for more than one turn. The Huntress is particularly good because you don't break the tufts of grass, so they can't see you when you move back through the grass. And there's the Rot Heart. Plus the fact that the Rot Heart's releasing poison gas right now. But because we're not in melee range, we don't actually care. We can just keep on shooting it down. And you do have to be careful to not accidentally misclick, and it will eventually get to spread some distance, but we still were able to do a whole lot of work on that Rot Heart. And then every one of the Vine Lashers has a chance to drop a seed, so you still do want to explore the whole room. And I don't think they drop a seed every time, but I think they have a high enough chance to drop the seeds that I've seen plenty of spawns of this room where every single Lasher drops a seed. So we did not get this time. We missed 2 seed drops, but still, we've got quite a few. Actually, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we get like a green seed is what we're looking for. One more green seed, because we don't want to spend the Starflower or the Rotberry leveling up our boots, but we're pretty close to being able to turn them into the max upgraded version of that item. Though again, like I said, because I know I'm playing... why am I just fighting this guy head on? This is, whatever. We've got health potions. Oh, okay, now there's a giant list of reasons this is dangerous. So we're gonna go into there. We're going to... Do we have talent points to spend? We do. So the meal talent in Tier 2 is always worth putting at least 1 point into, so that you can... normally it takes 3 turns to eat a meal, and if you have your meal talent, it only takes 1 turn to eat a meal, which can matter pretty significantly, this circumstance included. So that's showcasing the power of the boots of nature there. And we're gonna wait here. We just saw that door open, so we're gonna start shooting whatever just walked in. And we got 2 vampiric procs immediately, which is pretty nice. And now we can kite. So that was the any kind of room full of grass, any kind of garden is excellent to escape into for the Huntress. because the door and the grass will both give you warnings when you want to start shooting into the fog of war, and then you'll also get great ability to like shoot things from out of line of sight or otherwise kite and get repeated surprise attacks. Okay, so I think I actually want to, let's see, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I actually want to close distance on that guy. Normally we would try to kill the giant enemies by shooting them through a door or so. Oh, and so what we might actually do is get adjacent to this enemy so that he can't shoot us, but then instead of attacking him immediately, we're going to try to use the bow to kill the prison guard. And I think that was a good choice to do it that way. So now we're just going to slowly work down this guy. Luckily, we're going to dodge all of his attacks, so that feels pretty good. Kind of low. Make sure we don't die. And we wouldn't be doing this if we didn't have 2 health potions, but 2 health potions is pretty decent for where I'm at, and we're going to be able to equip better armor pretty soon. Though, it could be hard to justify taking off this flow armor. The flow armor is really, really doing a lot of work in terms of keeping my health high. Especially against the skeletons. So, yeah, we might actually run this flow armor a lot longer. I keep on saying I'm going to replace it, and then I keep on being amazed by how good it is. So, let's see. Oh, hey, there's our green seed. That's good. So, we're going to feed. Seeds to it. We don't want to feed the black seed, we don't want to feed the red seed, and we want to feed the yellow seed to it last. Though we do technically have an extra yellow seed, so if we screw it up, we're not in a lot of trouble. But there we go. And now our sandals are fully upgraded. That's worth doing early, because it not only does it cause each tuft of grass to charge the boots more when you walk through it, but it also increases the drop rate of seeds and dew out of the grass you step on for every level that you upgrade the boots. So it's real good to have them upgraded all the way early, if you can pull that off. So, and we absolutely can. So we did. Got that strength potion. Again, we could equip the mail armor now, but the flow just seems like it's pulling weight, so we're not gonna change that immediately. It's a shame we have all this stuff in our inventory. We got some chasm up here. We don't want to throw things down that chasm, because that will just throw it into the trap room there. Let's see, and I actually also... I'm tired of using a +0 dirk. Since I know this cursed sickle is +2, it's just much better to use a weapon that deals damage. And it's going to be a bummer if I explode myself, but the explosive warns you when it's about to happen, so like it sucks when you bomb yourself, but it's generally not the end of the world. We're going to go back and eat that candy cane, since we're kind of inventory limited. We don't want to have... we like the rations better, because they stack, since we're going to get more of them. The candy canes also stack, but like that one won't stack, because we don't have any more. I'm also just going to go ahead and use this bow fragment. There are reasonable chances I could save that to do something better with it, but early on in the game it feels like it just takes up inventory space, so I like to get rid of them. Ugh, getting lucky on the thief spawn there. This vampiric enchant on the bow is kind of growing on me. I know I have another enchantment stone, so I've been mulling over whether or not I want to re-roll the bow, and vampiric is certainly making it hard to just get rid of it. Honestly, kind of in the same way that flow is right now. I've I'm a lot more impressed with Flow than I have been in the past. And maybe that's just because I don't play Huntress a lot, that I don't think Flow is that great generically. But I'm very impressed with it in this case. So, what do we get? We got some mail armor. And we'll just keep on throwing stuff down the chasm. We should have plenty of gold for the next shop because of this, so that's going to be real nice. We have all 3 of our crystal keys, and we also have the ability to get this Wand of Corrosion, which Wand of Corrosion, generically the best wand. And I think that's pretty widely agreed on in the community, or at least like that's what I've seen on Reddit, and that's what I think that's what the wiki says, is that the Wand of Corrosion is generally the best, but I definitely agree with that statement after using it for a while. Righto, recharging. Let's see, we want to prioritize the scrolls here just because I have a scroll case, so potions will add to my inventory, but scrolls will go into a place I have a lot of extra space for them. And then, this is going to be a tough one. So we're going to see if we've identified this potion. We have, and it is a potion of experience. So we're going to get that bad boy. That's pretty sweet. And hopefully we can find a an alchemy lab somewhere around here. Do we have any clairvoyance stones or anything like that? We do. It looks like nothing in this floor, so oh well. Alright, so we've got our wand, we got our consumables, and we're ready to head down to the next floor, I think. So let's go over here. How much was our next... So our next artifact, our next chalice activation is going to cost 80 HP, so we can't do that quite yet. Jump down, and then here, this is a cool thing the Ward of Wanding can do. If you set a ward, like in the corner of the room or something, and then you activate this bone, if a wraith spawns, the ward will immediately catch the wraith, and you don't have to worry about the wraith doing a bunch of damage to you. So that's a good trick to be aware of. So we've got a talent point too. Let's go ahead and grab Heightened Senses. That's the Heightened Senses is another really good talent in Tier 2. Huntress really has a lot of good stuff in Tier 2. Specifically, what's nice about Heightened Senses is that it kind of lets you see through doors. And, like, I don't know what's on the other side of this door, right? But I know that in the 5 tiles against the wall here, there are no enemies, because if there were, I'd be able to see them. So I know this... It's a little bit safer for me to open doors now, because I can tell if there's an enemy directly on the other side that's about to ruin my day. I'm going to go ahead and give this guy a Corrosion Cloud, and we're actually going to give him 2 Corrosion Clouds to walk through, and he should die running to us. But just in case, we're going to go a bit further back, and yeah, he did die on his way to us, so that's pretty nice. Oh, Caustic Ooze. Luckily, there's water right there. And we got the Remove Curse scroll, so we're gonna oh wait, we don't actually need to drop the honey pot because it's a scroll. We have space for those. Oops. We got a evasive skeleton. Not ideal, but oh hey, that means there's gonna be a oh, can we circle kite with the speed from Flow? That's kind of ridiculous. Alright. I take back everything I said about Flow being not that great. This is real impressive. Flow is impressing me a lot this run. Let's see what we got here. We don't super want we don't really like the necromancers. They're kind of a pain to fight. So we're gonna let that happen to him. And then I think we're just gonna stand and fight this prison guard here. A, to keep him in the corrosion cloud, and B, because if I try to run away, he's going to He's going to grab me with the chains anyway. Yeah. Though, actually, I have flow, so even crippled... Huh. Alright. Apparently this run is just going to be me being repeatedly amazed by how good flow is. I hope you guys are ready for another 6 videos of me being wowed by flow. I'll probably get rid of it eventually. Like, eventually the cloth armor is just going to be too outclassed by the damage enemies are doing for me to justify keeping it, but it does mean that I'm going to make some space. We're going to grab the... Oh wait, that goes into the scroll case, so I didn't actually need to make space. We're going to inscribe this mail armor to see if we get something decent there. We got repulsion. Repulsion's pretty good too. I'm gonna demo the repulsion armor, but I'm not gonna throw away that flow armor yet, just because that was real strong to have. Okay, is that? That is a mimic, so we're gonna just start shooting it down. And probably going to kill it before it gets to us. We did. That's nice. Oh, there's a skeleton there. So we're going to kill it before it gets to us. Ooh, and there's a thing we hate there. So we're going to shoot it and let it come to us. You have to line of sight these guys. Probably mentioned that about 1,000,000 times at this point. Okay, are we doing anything alchemical? Yes, we are, and here is what. I'm going to... I think I want to... What do I want to do? I want to mull over it, apparently. I've got another identify scroll. That could be useful for turning into a divination. That's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and make another divination scroll. I really, really like divination scrolls early, especially because we elected not to power up the trinket that we got this game. So normally I'm spending 30-ish energy on a trinket in the early game, but I don't have to do that at all this game because the trinket we got was not one that I like. So we're just gonna keep on divinating. Haste, paralytic gas. I think we have. Yeah, we have a paralytic gas potion. And then that's a potion of invisibility. We already have one of those, so we can pick that up. What else? I think we're just going to start throwing stuff down the chasm. Has got to be the answer here. So... Don't want to throw the flow armor. We've got so many of these ranged weapons. I really want to turn some of the ranged weapons into liquid metal so that I can either make what's the word I'm looking for? The telekinesis spell, or start repairing the... But I'm not really using the kunai, so it's not super relevant for me to repair them. There's probably a hidden door in here, but I want to wait till we kill the prison guard here, especially because I'm pretty sure I saw a DM100 or whatever down there. We're going to give him some corrosive gas, and then we're going to hide. And he died to that, so that's pretty nice. Wand of Corrosion is just so strong. It's another type of potion, not ideal. We really need to... We've got a lot of loot we're trying to hold on to right now. It's almost a shame we have so many different potion types. And you know what? I do want the space from the Armor of Flow, I think. So let's leave a ward in this room. Oh, and it immediately hit something. What did it hit? There's a DM100 up there. That wasn't actually that bad. So another little benefit of the Ward of Wanding, I guess. Kudos to that item. Oh, we have a potion of experience we need to turn into Divine Inspiration. That's what we need to do. That'll save us some inventory too, which we like. Make a little bit more energy. We'll give it a... Oh, actually, Stormvine, 3 of those makes a levitation potion, and I don't know if we've identified levitation yet, so we're actually going to hold on to that from... No, we have identified levitation, never mind. Let's turn this experience into a divine inspiration, and then we're going to drink that, and I'm actually going to put it into tier 2. I think the Huntress has a better than average tier 2 set of abilities, because I like all of these talents enough to put at least 1 point in, and I think Rejuvenating Steps and Heightened Senses are also both clearly good as 2-point talents, and to me that makes putting a Divine Inspiration into tier 2 pretty worth it on Huntress. I don't have a huge preference as to where the last point when I get up to level 12 is going to go. Probably into Invigorating Meal, just because an extra turn of haste is not great, but 2 extra tiles of grass on throwing a potion, or a ranged weapon durability that doesn't give me enough to increase the tips on my darts, I don't care about at all. Okay, Potion of Haste. Ooh, we got an animated statue in there with a blazing short sword, but we still don't have the key to get in there. There's the key to get in there. How convenient. Oh, and there's our haste puzzle room. I'm going to go ahead and drink down that potion of haste. Ooh, an assassin's blade. That's pretty solid. It's not necessarily what we want to be doing as the Huntress, but it's not a bad item either. Just because we really like sneak attacking things as the Huntress. Since we have a +2 sickle, and that really will carry us for a long time, we're not going to immediately put points into it or anything, but we will hold on to it to consider it, I think. Oh, you know, come to think of it, I'm actually pretty glad Repulsion isn't triggering on any of these DM100s. That would actually make these a lot harder. Maybe I should have considered that. Let's give a Cloud of Corrosion to our good friend, the Necromancer, before we... Ah, dang. Oh well, at least the Skeleton Explosion didn't do any damage to us, because we have the mail armor on. Ooh, that's not ideal either. We're gonna corrode there. And then... I think I'm actually just going to Greaves of Nature here. A, because they're max charged, but B, because I'm pretty sure that guy will be able to use his chains and grab me if I don't, and I really don't want him to pull me into the corrosion. So, this is perfect, where he's still in the corrosion, but I'm not in it. And there we see why I like the Repulsion for Huntress. We're low enough HP, let's eat some food. We got an invisibility, that's nice. Get that Dirk and that piece of food. Another Necromancer. Let's give him some corrosion. And, oh, he just ran away from it. Smart. Not what I want, but smart on his part. We're going to give him a couple of turns to get out of our way, just because they're annoying to deal with if you don't have to. Let's get that skeleton killed, and we don't have to worry as much about taking damage from the skeleton death explosion since we've got some passable armor on now. Let's give him a corrosion cloud before we shoot much more. And that'll kill him. Okay, now we have... It's a shame we got a really shallow room with this golem in it. Specifically a shallow room with a hallway that's at a corner. Can we... Okay, so it looks like it's not going to let us do anything more efficient than... That's okay. We'll shoot a Wand of Corrosion there. And then another one right here, I think. And we'll take a couple of smacks at him there. That was pretty efficient. We're happy with that kill. Ugh. It really is insane just how good the Wand of Corrosion is. Like, it just lets you kill such difficult enemies that would normally cause such a problem, and the Wand of Corrosion will just handle them even out of line of sight of you sometimes. It's very strong, is how I would rate the Wand of Corrosion. Okay, I think we're done with this floor now. Yeah, we've got everything, so we're just gonna run to the exit. Kill that guy. Ooh. And this is easier to do now because we've got armor that actually blocks a passable amount of damage. I think we might re-roll Vampiric off of our bow, too. I think we've stabilized a decent amount in terms of our build and our items. Like, we've got pretty good items right now, and we still don't have an endgame weapon, so we might be back to square one. It's always safe to step on flock traps. You don't have to worry about that. And what's also, both of these wands, actually, are able to trigger traps, so we're real happy with these utility wands on the Huntress. I guess the Corrosion wand isn't really a utility wand unless you consider being the best wand of the game. The best all-purpose wand in the game is a utility function, but... and it looks like that that guard that we just aggroed doesn't know where we're coming from, so that's pretty nice. Get that thief down. And we are going to start picking up some of our stuff, because soon we're going to need to... Yep, we've got a chasm right up there, so we're... And it is a bit tedious to manage your inventory this way by just continually throwing stuff down to the next level, but you'll end up getting a bit of extra money compared to what you would have otherwise. And I think it's worth it to be able to buy more things out of the shop. The shops always represent a huge opportunity for you to patch up holes that are in your build, which is real nice. Don't think that guy is grabbed yet, which turned out to actually very conveniently pull out of the poison, or pull me out of the poison right before it would have affected me. So, thanks, Chain Bro. Ooh, we've got a bunch of potions of Liquid Flame, so we'll throw one of those to clear that burning barrier there. It always throws me off that, like, the Huntress spawns grass. So even though it's a fire potion, that probably makes our fire potion somewhat more effective, actually. But it's still, I don't know, I'm always taken aback for just a second. I'm like, wait a minute, why did that make grass? It was supposed to make fire. Okay, let's kill this DM100. Oh, that's nice. We can actually, so since the Wand of Corrosions triggers it has ground pressure, so it'll trigger that paralyzed trap, and we should be able to... Oh, that, okay, was real bad. We shouldn't have been greedy. We should have just let the guard stand in the paralysis corrosion and stayed out of line of sight. But alas, we didn't do that. It's going to be real nice if we can kill this ranged enemy without the Necromancer waking up. We're happy with that. So we're going to give the Necromancer a nice poison cloud, and then we're going to go out of line of sight. We're going to kill him as soon as he opens the door, and trivialize that enemy. Always feels good. Ooh. So there's a secret door along this wall somewhere. We know because the mind vision from Heightened Senses let us know, which is pretty sweet. Let's see. Liquid Nature or Invigorating Meal. I think we're going to go with Invigorating Meal. I think that one's a bit easier to use and a bit more often relevant. Neither is always going to be relevant, but... you know what? We actually want to go and get that guy. If we can catch him near wherever the secret door is. It's all the way at the bottom. Okay. Did he... We're gonna use a ward. Yeah, he did return there. So we're gonna shoot a corrosion gas cloud there. And let him come to us. And yeah, he's not even gonna make it to the door. How nice. Wait for that cloud to disperse a little bit. And go through here. Oh, it's kind of a shame. One of the items we threw down the well dropped on a bleeding trap. So let's keep on moving stuff down the well. Kill that guy. This, gotta love the +2 sickle. It will just carry you for a very long time. Throw the kunai down there. We're gonna take a little bit of damage for picking this up, but that's okay. It's not that much. Go through here. Good lord. These, traps in hallways rooms are obnoxious. What are we gonna do? We're gonna drop an item, and then we're going to trigger both of these. Ooh. Not ideal on that Rage Necromancer. But that's pretty okay, because he'll still take tons of corrosion damage, and I'll still be able to kill him with my bow. Eat, and let's target that correctly to trigger the paralysis, and then we'll go around. The gas cloud there, because it's in a hallway, it's going to take a very long time to dissipate. Oh, hey, the repulsion kind of coming in clutch there on the armor. We're mostly wearing it because it has a higher armor value than the cloth armor by a decent margin, but repulsion, not doing bad. Let's see, we should be able to go this way now. We're gonna trigger the poison gas and the corrosive together. And hopefully that'll kill, yeah, that'll kill the Necromancer pretty quickly. Though now we do have to wait for those to clear out. Bummer. And we'll start picking up our loot. Let's see if we can figure out where this gateway trap goes. Oh, it took the Assassin's Blade too. That's a surprise. That's obnoxious. This is gonna cost us some frozen Carpaccio unless we can always freeze time and use that time freeze to get to some water, so it's not that bad, but a little bit obnoxious. We don't like spend, like, we're not unhappy, like that's why we have the Boots of Nature, but we want to try to save those if we can. But overall, I think preventing yourself from burning ends up saving like 20 or 30 damage most of the time. So that's usually worth a charge of the boots, I'd say. Do we have any alchemy we want to do? And I don't think so. And you know what? We will. We might turn this Scroll of Rage. So the Scroll of Rage, the exotic version of that, is the Scroll of Challenge, which is kind of hard to use if you're using it for its like against enemies or something like that. But it ends up actually being really good to. Let's see. We'll get rid of the other Stone of Intuition. Oh, no, we don't want to. So let's mulch the Stone of Intuition. And then let's turn the Scroll of Rage into a Scroll of Challenge. And later on, this is going to help me get the Chalice of Blood up to the max level. Once I get to like +7 or +8, I'm going to make a few shielding potions, and then pop a challenge scroll, which reduces all damage I take by 33% for like 100 turns or something like that, as long as I stay in the challenge area. And that's how we're gonna, because to get to +10 on the Chalice of Blood, it does like 250 damage. So unless you're damage reduction and shielded, it will kill you. You can also use the Onks to do it, but the Onks, I think the Onks are a more expensive way in most cases than a Rage Scroll and some healing potions. So, plus you need healing potions less after you've upgraded the Chalice all the way because of all the health regen it gives you. So it's a cost that's not as steep as it seems at first glance. We got 2 seeds there. That's cool. Alright, time for Tengu. We should be pretty decent on Tengu. We've got +1 male armor, so it's not going to be like, we're going to take damage during the fight, but we should be able to kill him before he kills us. Especially because I think we still have Vampiric on our Spirit Bow, and he will... The nice thing about Tengu is he constantly does damage to you, so it's not like Vampiric will ever be useless, which is nice. And it looks like we're doing, on average, more damage to him by standing and shooting, so that is just what I'm going to do for the first phase. And I think this is worth doing, even though we don't force him into melee range. We also don't waste time with him shurikening us while we're walking, so we just stand and deliver. The second phase is going to be quite a bit harder. In this phase, the primary thing you want to do is not get hit. And we're actually going to... So we're going to take these 2 cleansing darts. We're going to clean them off. So that we can... Where did they go? They're right there. So that we can tip them with a Seed of Sorrow Moss. I think it's really relevant to apply damage over time effects to Tengu, because you have to spend a lot of the fight moving against him. So being able to be like, alright, even though I'm going to be spending time dodging your abilities, now you're poisoned, and you're going to take a little bit of damage on every tick that I have to take damage on. So, it's not bad. The other thing about this fight is that we have the time stop boots, which are really good for dodging Tengu's abilities. Let's see. Keep on shooting him. And we're actually getting through his health bar really fast right now, so he's going to start spamming abilities really hard soon here. I'm going to poison him again, and then we're going to activate the time stop boots, so that we can just handily dodge everything. That's going to be pretty convenient for us. Next time he teleports, we're going to try to hit him with a corrosion immediately. Hit him with that corrosion. Let's dodge this bomb. Dodge this bomb. And that's a pretty clean Tengu kill. We're a little bit low on HP, but it's not the worst. And we're definitely going to get the potion hold. Actually, let's be 100% sure we get the potion holder. I'm just going to drop my thrown weapons here to make sure, and we'll grab a couple of pieces we're going to sell. So let's go ahead and... I don't know if, like, triggering these 2 side rooms again, by the way, I don't know if that matters for exploration points, but it doesn't hurt, I think, to pick them up just in case. Let's see, and we're going to go to the store, we're going to pick up the potion bandolier. Oh, that's so nice to see your inventory just melt away like that after spending so long trying to manage it and keep it as small as possible. And then let's go and collect all of that stuff that's still in the boss room. We do want to try to use this other poison dart before too long, just because, as is, it takes up more inventory space, and before we have the magical holster, it hurts to lose that inventory space. But we don't have to do that immediately. Alright, we're gonna... So this build would actually work really well for either Sniper or Warden, the items we've got so far. I like Sniper a little bit better, and that's just the build I want to play, so that's what we're going to do. And let's go do our shopping and end this episode after that. This is a long one. It looks like we're going to get under an hour, which is the absolute maximum I want to do. I'm still shooting for closer to half an hour, but that might just be hard to do with this game. Because even with me knowing the seed already, I figured since I knew the seed already that I'd be able to run through it somewhat quicker. But it's still taking a decent amount of time. I think I'm just gonna sell the Assassin's Blade for inventory space. We kind of want to replace Repulsion, just because Repulsion is really bad to have against ranged enemies that you want to melee. We don't want to accidentally die to one of those because our armor decided to kick a ranged enemy away. We got potential. Normally pretty bad for the Huntress, but given that we have the Wand of Corrosion, potential could be useful. So we'll see how that goes. Identify, recharging. I like darts because I like... Let's see, the displacement darts can also be useful. Teleport their target a short distance away. Okay. Mind Vision, Bombs, Kunai, Paralytic Gas. Remove Curse we like. And the Magic Mapping we're going to need eventually. So we'll go ahead and grab the Magic Mapping because we've got the gold. Why not? Yeah, and I think we're going to call it here for this episode. So, we're going to kill a evasive bat, and then we're going to call it here for this episode. This is actually, this could be really dangerous because the sickle is a low accuracy weapon. The evasive bat is going to be real bad for me. And then I actually can't sneak attack the bat because he is too fast for me to kite him through a door. So we got a little bit lucky and we got the kill there. We had to use our dewdrops, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, we got 2 talent points here. I don't want to spend these talent points immediately because what I eventually want to do is I want to upgrade a thrown weapon really far to get this shared upgrade talent, and then I'm going to damage augment my bow, and the idea is that I'll be able to one-shot enemies from really, really far away. And once you have, you either need to use the telekinetic grab spell with like a kunai or something, or a boomerang. But once I can find a boomerang and I can upgrade that boomerang pretty high, it'll be it's a pretty fun build. So, but we're not going to put those talent points in immediately, and we're going to call it here. So let me go back up to Tengu's floor so we can get the cool intro screen for the next video. And yeah, go ahead if you guys have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments section, and I'll get back to you. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day. So I will see you in the next episode.